we need to talk about the tragic events that unfolded on a busy weekend night in Austin, Texas. We're going to walk through exactly what happened, who was affected, and where the investigation stands right now, based on all the verified information we have. Let's get right into it.
You know, it was a scene that's so familiar to anyone in Austin, just that vibrant energy of the downtown entertainment district. But in just an instant, that whole atmosphere of celebration was completely shattered by violence, turning a place of connection into a scene of absolute tragedy.
So, to really understand what happened, we've got to look at the timeline. Let's break down exactly how this attack unfolded in those early hours of Sunday morning.
The first emergency calls started flooding in at precisely 1:39 a.m. local time. And the location? West 6th Street, right outside Buford's bar, which is a really popular spot right in the heart of Austin's nightlife.
So this is how quickly things escalated. According to police, the suspect first circled the area before opening fire from his SUV, hitting people on the bar's patio. But he wasn't done. He then parked nearby, got out of the vehicle with both a pistol and a rifle, and just continued shooting at pedestrians. Responding officers were right there, confronted him, returned fire, and ultimately ended the threat right there at the scene.
The attack itself was over, but its devastating impact was really just beginning to sink in. Let's shift now to the human cost of this tragedy and the incredible response from the emergency services.
The most devastating toll of this attack, of course, was the loss of life. 3 people were pronounced dead at the scene. Just 3 lives cut short in a completely senseless act of violence.
And in addition to those fatalities, the attack left a wide trail of injury. 14 other people were hurt. As of Sunday morning, at least 3 of them were listed in critical condition, literally fighting for their lives in area hospitals.
Now, amid all this chaos, there was this story of incredible efficiency. It took Austin Travis County EMS just 57 seconds to arrive after that first 911 call. 57 seconds. City leaders have directly credited this unbelievably rapid response with saving lives and preventing an even greater tragedy.
All right, so with the immediate crisis contained, the focus shifted to the investigation and to that one critical question: why? Why did this happen? This is where the FBI gets involved, because they started looking into some very concerning evidence.
Law enforcement sources identified the suspect as 53-year-old Niaga Dion. According to the Department of Homeland Security, he was originally from Senegal and actually became a naturalized U.S. citizen back in 2013.
And this is what triggered the federal investigation. The FBI said they found indicators that suggested a possible connection to terrorism. What were they? Well, specifically, the suspect was wearing a sweatshirt that read "Property of Allah," and he had another piece of clothing with an Iranian flag design on it. You combine that with the 2 weapons he used, and that was enough for the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force to take the lead.
You know, an attack of this magnitude, it prompts an immediate response, not just from law enforcement, but from leaders at every single level of government. So let's take a look at what they had to say. Austin's mayor, Kirk Watson, immediately focused his praise on the first responders. He really highlighted the city's gratitude for the police and the EMS teams, whose speed and bravery were just so critical on the ground. And this incident got attention at the national level, fast. U.S. Senator John Cornyn confirmed that he'd been briefed by the head of the FBI. That's a signal that the full weight of the federal government is now behind this investigation.
But beyond the investigation, beyond the official statements, there is a community that's just been left reeling. This final part is about the impact on the city of Austin itself.
You see, West 6th Street isn't just some location on a map. For Austinites, it's a hub of culture, of music, of community. It's the place people go to celebrate and to connect. So to see it transformed overnight into a crime scene, it's a profound shock to the entire city's identity. And that leaves all of us with this really difficult question. After the yellow tape comes down and the investigation moves behind closed doors, how does a community even begin to process this kind of trauma and start that long road to healing?
And this is so important to remember. This is very much an active, developing story. Authorities are urging anyone who might have seen something or who has any information at all to please come forward. Your tip, no matter how small you think it is, could be a crucial piece of this puzzle.